Suicide is the 10th leading cause of death in the United States, and while it is, of course, an emotional topic, a very important one to talk about. Now, during this Suicide Prevention Week, we're talking to Draven Bennington, the son of late Chester Bennington, of course, the lead singer of Linkin Park, also Angelica Guajardo with the American Foundation for Suicide. First, I want to truly thank you both. I know this is hard to talk about, it's emotional, but it is so important to put that spotlight on it, right? I want to start by telling you, when we found this out a couple months ago, just the reaction in the newsroom, so much devastation. I mean, the public, we all loved your father so much, and you, of course, had a chance to know him on a whole other level. Tell us about the man that he was.
I mean, in my perspective, he was just my dad. So he was silly at times, just fun. He just spent time with us when he could.
This is a campaign, while we're talking about suicide prevention, a campaign you wanted to be a part of, spreading a message. You recently talked in a PSA. Why did you feel so compelled to put your voice out there?
Because no one else would really put their voice out there. And I definitely think it's important to bring awareness and help others.
Well, on that note of not a lot of people talking about it, Angelica, we know it's sometimes taboo. People don't want to talk about it.
That's right.
What signs, let's start with, what signs can we look for to know that somebody's struggling maybe with depression?
First and foremost, so depression. If somebody is sad, withdrawn, isolative, those are some of the signs. Some of them are not as clear. Some of them are more subtle. People pulling away from some of their more common activities that they used to be involved in, their interests that, or hobbies that they used to really be passionate about are no longer interested. Those are huge warning signs. Anybody who's involved or using drugs of any kind, alcohol, that also exacerbates the chances and the risk. And anybody who has an actual diagnosis of depression or bipolar or any other mental health illnesses at a higher risk.
And the Coachella Valley, I understand, does have a lot of resources, right, for people who might be going through that. Can you talk about that a bit?
Sure. Well, I mean, first and foremost, people can go through the county to get, low cost to no cost help. But also, with the people's insurance, now with mental health parity, by law, the insurances have to provide mental health. So if they call the number on their card, a person can self-refer. I need counseling. And so they can call, and now it's part of the medical insurance. That wasn't the case some years back.
Right. It's an important shift now.
Yes.
A lot of things available to people. I think what is so heartbreaking, truly heartbreaking, is to think that some people feel like they have no one to turn to, right? That they have no one who could understand or no outlets. And we know that's not the case, and that's something you're really passionate about in that PSA. And what do you want people to know, Draven, who are out there maybe feeling helpless and alone?
That if they don't know it already, that there's a lot of people that really care about them, that they could honestly reach out to anyone and it'll really change the way that they're thinking about everything.
Truly. I have to say, we were saying in the commercial break just how young you are. You're 15 years old, and you're using the platform you have for such an incredible cause. What is giving you that strength inside your heart right now?
Well, I found out that a lot of people actually deal with something similar to this, or this actually, with suicide, and they wouldn't speak up about it. I didn't know until it happened to me, and I couldn't be there for them because they wouldn't let anyone know.
Right. Well, I think that's just what's so important, letting people know that you're not alone. And I want to put a suicide prevention phone number. We have a hotline on the screen for people to call. And if you want to say one more other thing just about what's available in the Coachella Valley, where people can turn to one more time.
So they can go to afsp.org for our national organization, and then from there they can get our local resources and any events that we have coming up that will offer support for them. We have suicide loss support. We can guide them to help for anybody who needs mental health support.
Okay, thank you. And Draven, thank you so much for opening up to us about this. Your father was such an icon, and so many people agree that this was just such a loss to all of us. So appreciate you using your platform. It's very impressive and wonderful. Thank you. We're going to go to Jerry now for a check of the weather.
Now, first alert weather with meteorologist.